Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is a quick video with our Cabrio steam dryer and issue that I'm having. It's when I plug it in, I turn it on, I hit start, everything looks great and nothing happens. The motor won't run, the dryer won't start, and if you wait a few seconds, you get the F01 error, which is actually pretty common, and there's a lot of YouTube videos out there. This will be one of them that shows you how to resolder one of the joints on the control board, get it up and running again. This will be the second time that I've done it on this dryer, so I'm documenting it this time. But there are other videos out there. I'll post a link in the video description on how to actually replace the relay that's actually causing the problem to maybe make the fix last a bit longer. It's lasted a couple years for me, and if this time it fails again, I'm going to go ahead and replace the relay. But for now, we'll get about fixing that solder joint. First thing we got to do is take it all apart. So here we go. This is actually pretty straightforward on this dryer. You just need to take these two screws off and you can flip the control panel straight towards the front of the dryer. To start with, remove the wire harness on the side of the control board, and then you can move that top piece completely out of the way. You need a 1/4 inch socket or 1/4 inch nut driver to get this one bolt out. It's hard to show you with just one hand, but you just push in this tab and slide the control box forward and slip it out of the bracket. Once that plastic box holding the control board is free, just remove all the wire harnesses that are connected to it, and then you can move this over to some place that's easier for you to work. A couple more plastic tabs to lift up, and then you can remove this cover as well. There are 6 plastic tabs you need to push out of the way so that you can get the control board to come up out of that little plastic tray or plastic box. So just be gentle with the tabs and work your way around, and you can get it up pretty easily. Here I'm just pointing out my soldering handiwork from the last time I worked on this, and you can't really see it in the video, but you can definitely see in person where the solder is just no longer on the tracing that's on the board. And obviously it's a good sign that when you have to do this for a second time, there's something going on with the actual part that needs to be replaced. This video is definitely not a tutorial on how to solder, and I'm the first to admit I'm not very good at soldering, but the first thing I'm doing here is using the solder iron to heat up all the solder I put on there the last time and just getting it off, wiping it off. And I don't have a suction ball, so I'm just using the soldering iron to pick up the solder and get it off the work site. So I've cleaned up both the pin and the contact on the board, so now I'm adding some solder just between the pin and that contact so I can make sure there's a good connection. Before you put it all back together, check for continuity of the work you just did. So putting the control board back into the housing, putting the cover on it, remating all the electrical connectors, putting it back on the bracket, it's all just the exact inverse of taking it apart. And then we're going to put the cover back on and plug it in and see if it works. Alright, so I've got it plugged in. I don't have the exhaust duct, vent duct connected yet. I just want to see if it works. So it's plugged in, power. It's not any worse than before. If I push start and it starts running, then I will have fixed the problem. And it looks like success. So I guess if
If you have that F01 error code, before you go buy a new control panel, take it all apart, see if it's as simple as having to resolder one of the connections back to the control board. I don't know how long this will last, but any more time I can get out of this dryer will be money I don't have to spend on a new one. Hopefully you found this video useful and helpful. Hopefully it fixes a problem for you. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button, and of course subscribe to the channel if you want to see more DIY adventures, automotive, household, who knows. Have a good one.